Yes, welcome to the kickoff show. It's a weekend kickoff show right here on Voice of the People TV. It's a very great time again. It's a very big Saturday morning in the city of Lagos, and we are here to give you everything sporting on the show. But guess what? We tell you so many things that have happened on the inside, and that's what we love to do here, bringing it just to your doorstep, and then you don't go anywhere. And then we go there, search it for the nitty-gritty, everything that has to do with those news that people feel like, no, they're not going to know about it. We'll tell you on the show. Welcome again. My name is Kizzy K, and with me, I have a very big house, guys with me in the studio. We don't know if we should start the show by saying happy Manchester United. I don't know where they go from here. That position is a very bad one. But I must say this on the show, congratulations to the Spurs. Starting Amos for 1984 is a very long time, and up till date, 17 years record broken, and it's about the man they call the Australian International that's got a great connection, Ange Postecoglou. And yes, with me in the studio, I have camera will come show with now drama and theater. With me, I have the call do camera come big yes. Yes. Welcome to the show, guys. Great to have you. Guys, if you're smiling, you should not be smiling. Your team is not good. I don't know where you go from here. I'm already.
Never pass with their life. I'll go invest.
But your team is not doing well.
My team.
Yeah, your team.
How much money they pay me?
So
when you started the show with Happy Manchester United,
I'm just not sure we say.
When you said it, you are the one still encouraging them that there's something to be happy about. So that's why he's smiling. Maybe because you say Happy Manchester United.
Was there anything to celebrate about them?
I don't know. Maybe we'll ask you and they ask him because he's smiling. And David
has
smiling. I don't know.
David, should we say Happy Man United?
I don't know what you guys are
The thing is that when you are used to crying,
When you used to cry.
when I used to cry at a point, tears is no longer enough.
Come on,
You don't want to laugh to at least suppress the depression. It's depression.
Last season, come on.
It's depression time for
Did
Manchester
United
fans.
win any trophy last season?
Last season.
The FA Cup.
See, you're as good as
But
your
what are you
last game.
saying? When you say you're used to crying,
You're used to depression. And
even the Tottenham that we're talking about, it's excited.
Let's face reality.
What are you saying?
What did you win last season?
What did you win last season? We won the Carling Cup
Liverpool.
last season. And the thing is that it's not about winning trophies. Because if they had won that trophy,
The Europa.
they would have still be giving themselves hope that they are still a good club.
Oh.
This is a club that is finishing 16, 17.
So they're not a good club.
The season before that,
So they're not a good club.
they are declining. They've
you
just
saying
been
they're
used.
a good club?
Yeah. Do you know the meaning of rubbish?
Jerry.
Is there another word for rubbish?
In front of national.
Is there another word for?
Relax, calm down.
Is there another word for a declining
This is national
or a
TV.
club in the abyss?
This is national TV.
Man
Jerry.
United is in the abyss.
This is national TV. Jerry, if Manchester United calls you now,
And
come and play for them, what you go do?
I will decline.
with no option, or just Man United.
It doesn't
If it's
even-
no option,
With no option.
Yeah.
If I'm a footballer, I know Man United will not be my option.
why?
Yes. It will not be my only option.
Because you have a career.
No,
that's why
calm
you
down.
know-
Wait. If I am a footballer now, Man United will not be my only option then. Because for Man United to call me, meaning that I'm a footballer that is of interest
Right.
and want to save a drowning club. That means a player that they are calling to save a drowning club is a good player. That means Manchester United will not be my option. So I will have a lot of options.
Okay,
I will
guys,
never pick Man United.
let's introduce
Sorry.
ourselves with our clubs. Let's start with Iheanacho. Introduce yourself with your club side.
Why?
That's how I want the show to be today.
Why are we?
You must be proud of your club.
Oh my God.
My name is. Let's go. Go on.
No, you start with you now. No, start with you.
No,
No.
I'm introducing you people now. Now, okay,
Kizzy, you lead, we follow. No, Kizzy will lead, we follow.
Oh my God.
Kizzy lead, we follow.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
okay, you know what?
Kizzy lead, we follow.
I'll start.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the show. This is the weekend kickoff show. I have my guys in the studio. They'll be telling us their clubs, then they'll come back to me. Now, David is the first man. David, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself with the club. Let's go.
Well, the honest truth is, thank you for having me as well.
Right.
Manchester United remains my club, and I cannot, shy away from that. Trophy or no trophy, the good part is it's a work in progress.
Right.
I recall saying here last week that the both teams that are in the finals are not worthy
Yeah.
to lift any trophy this season because they've had a shambolic season. And that's just what it is for these two teams. But congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur making it after a long, long while. And of course, it's just one of those things in football. You win some, you lose some, and you draw some.
Okay, Iheanacho, back to you
That's
now.
why I say it's like biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Good morning, guys, and good morning, viewers. I'm an Imba fan.
What?
Sadly, we didn't win the league this season, but
Is that your real club?
yes, that's my real club.
Wow. Jerry, we'll go back to this day. We'll go back to this day. Okay, go on.
So yes, I just hope that we can actually come back, to glory and represent Nigeria in the CAF competitions.
Do you have
It's
any
been a
foreign
long
club
time.
you support?
Say?
Any foreign club that you support?
I don't want to talk about foreign clubs. I'm a Nigerian, so this is my interest as to speak now. I just hope that
This guy go be passenger. You can be increase salary just like that.
This is what Manchester United does to you. Look at my guy. He says the team is a work in progress. A team finishes 17 and failed to win Europa League.
Are you whining?
And all the losses this season.
Where was Klopp?
And you open your mouth
Where was Klopp?
on national
Where was Klopp
TV
when
and
he
say
started?
work in progress.
Where was
Look at the
Klopp
young
when he started?
man. All of a sudden he has.
Where was Klopp
He's
when he
not
started?
denying. He's not denying his club. Oh my God.
wait.
If there's anything,
Where is the denier here?
see here.
That I'm not an Aimba fan.
Peter.
Hold on.
Peter in the Bible is learning from you.
Wait,
When it comes to
where's the
denial.
where's
See,
the where's the
you
denier
this-
here?
the thing is that
Jerry, hold on.
He denied with a straight face.
Jerry,
I was smiling.
Jerry, where's the denier here?
This man can kill.
We'll go back. Jerry, introduce yourself. Let's go.
I'm afraid of
Plan
you.
for yourself. Let's go.
Anyway, even though I'm supporting a club, it's the season of the bed.
Right.
And of
Anything
course,
better.
Newcastle in the
They
spirit of.
defeated you in the final.
Yes, that's why when I just. I gave them.
You didn't
I
give them
gave
anything.
them.
They
I gave them
defeated
the
you.
Carling Cup.
You didn't give them
as a means
anything.
of settlement.
You
The
see,
club was-
okay, but when I told you,
is-
Manchester United gave Tottenham the
Don't
trophy
rush.
as a means of
I
settlement.
understand the
Yeah,
pressure.
you said it's a lie.
I understand you are depressed.
I'm not depressed.
Calm down.
I'm only sad that
Don't
nobody
be
win the
frustrated.
league. That's my problem this season.
Don't be frustrated enough to stop me.
But Jerry,
Let me announce the number one club.
PGML.
Fine, thank you very
All right,
much.
let's introduce. Let's
Let
go.
me announce the number one club in the world.
In the world.
Yes.
You top the league in Champions League and you got knocked out in
The
the
number
first
one
round
club
of
in the
the
world as far
knockout.
as I'm concerned because I'm proud of the club side. And they will never walk alone. When I mention never walk alone,
I like the fact that he said
you understand what I mean.
Right.
It is called the Reds, the Copites, the number one, Liverpool. Never walk alone. That's the club.
Okay, so that's just what it is.
Is that
Yeah,
like
the guys
exactly
have
right
told
now?
their club side, and they're all proud of their club. But we're going on a quick break. When we return, the show continues. Guess what? We'll tell you about those guys, the Unity Cup, the friendly game that's coming up, Russia, and so much about the Nigerian Football Federation. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
News and current events to lifestyle and entertainment. You are covered. VO. Good morning. It's the start of a beautiful day. Or start your day right with a healthy dose of news, fun, and inspiration. Join us on VOP this morning for the latest news, trending topics, and uplifting stories to set your day on the right vibe. From news and current events to lifestyle and entertainment, you are covered.
VOP this morning, 8 a.m., Monday through Friday.
Okay, welcome back from that quick break. Let's get into it quickly. Now, Nigerian head coach Eric Chell has named 2 separate Super Eagles squad for upcoming matches. One of the Unity Cup, or one for the Unity Cup rather, and also one for another game that's a friendly where we'll play against Russia, Nigeria. Now, the Unity Cup squad includes 11 home-based players and features experienced names like Moses Simon, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Wilfred Ndidi. Star players like Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, and also Ekong, Osai, Samuel, Bashiru are all unavailable. So I could say star player Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman are missing both matches. But you say just Ekong, Osai, Samuel, and Dele Bashiru, they will only feature against Russia. In other words, you won't see them in that Unity Cup that played at the Brentford Stadium, the GTEC place. Now, the Unity Cup squad blends domestic talent with overseas professionals. Now, you have on the screen, these are the players who are invited for that very big one coming up. And then it's stated, scheduled for May 28th and will run till the finale of the day will be May 31st. So guys, let's talk about this. Now, 2 squads from Eric Chell. I don't know the last time I saw something like this within a short period of time. How good is this?
Well, from my end, I think it's just going to help the Super Eagles and, of course, the Super Eagles head coach to build his team and work on his team. And I'm hoping that he maybe from here on instill his style, instill his ideology into the team.
Right.
And hopefully we see it in the next World Cup qualifying games.
Okay, so home-based players in the mix. Okay, we have home base in the mix. How good is this for the national side, for the Nigerian side, for the domestic league?
We've always have home-based players in the mix for the Super Eagles. But the question is how many of them is going to be part of the game? I mean, just having them part of the team is not enough.
This is friendly anyways.
You know, that's the thing, right? And for a coach who barely knows his players, I mean, we saw how it was difficult for him to actually, keep up to the Zimbabweans, Michael Neal's team, how they actually came from almost the dead to actually get still a point in that particular game. So, I mean, for a man who barely knows his team, now you are here giving dropping 2 different lists. I don't know whether one a VC list or this is for admission.
It sounds like one is more special.
The thing is, it's not even about whether one is more special. The question is, you don't know your team
at the end of the day.
And then you have 2 crucial games ahead. For me, this is what I think. I don't know the plan of the people who are actually behind him, telling him to do this thing.
Advising him.
But this is what I think. I think for a man who barely knows his team, if he has been on the job for a while and decides to go this route, I don't have issues. But you don't know these guys, so you need to actually use the players, the players you know well, or the players you have plans for now, so that you can actually help you, build a sort of synergy with the team, and then it will be easy for you to actually transmit your tactics to them, and then help you win those 2 games because they are crucial games. Rwanda is no small meat in this group, and of course South Africa, which most likely look like the team that is going to pick the first place, of course. So if you look at those 2 positions, you have to come into this preparation with everything you've got. You don't have any other games after this Russia game and this Unity Cup friendly. So for me, I can excuse the Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, but I think I want to see him use the midfielders that is willing to use in those crucial games, because they are the ones
Which is crucial game?
The World Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
Yes, because they are the ones that is going to actually dictate our play in those particular games. So I want to see them. So, but now you're having 2 different things. It's worrisome for me. So I don't know what the plan is. It's obvious that there's actually no plan, and I just hope that at the end of the day, Czech comes out, with something positive. This friendly means, nothing to Nigeria at this point. Trust me. But for him, who is the manager, who is just coming on a job, who needs to actually know the players, I think he needs to have at least 6 or 7 players that you'll be using to execute those two games against Rwanda and South Africa in this particular friendly. So why having two different teams?
Okay, so 2 different teams. Jerry, you want to go contrary?
Yeah, it's if I'm correct, on the 28th we are supposed to play the Ghanaians, which are the Black Stars.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's just 4 days to that game, meaning that we are doing countdown. Then the confusion is that you invite this pool of players. I see Kelechi Iheanacho in that list.
I have a problem with that as well. Really.
Against Ghana. I see Ahmed Musa against Ghana. I see Wilfred. With all due respect, Wilfred Ndidi is no longer as fast
as he used to
he used to be.
But it's age.
age is no longer on his side.
Yeah.
Injuries back to back has become his undoing. That means in the midfield, we should be planning for the future. The only player that makes me excited
to see,
as far as the 6 new players have been invited, because 6 out of the 6 new players, I only see 4 home-based players who have just getting their first invite.
Yeah.
And some fresh players. And the only player that is excited as far as the new players have been invited to the team so far in a pool of 2 lists is Chrysanthus Uche. And with the feelers I'm getting from Eric Chell and the camp, it means that they are having plans to blood him into that midfield.
Okay.
Then if you have Chrysanthus Uche, is he a tree that is going to make the forest in the midfield? Because I'm not seeing Alexi Wobi.
Right.
Meaning that we are going to be relying on midfielders like Frank Onyeka, Chrysanthus Uche, Papa Mustafa,
Daniels.
And this Collins Ugwezi definitely is not going to start. And also,
so you already know those who
start. Isaac might not even start. So we have 5 substitutions.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, look at the goalkeepers. The usual suspects. Stanley Wambali has been invited alongside Maduka Okoye for the Ghana game. So what are we doing differently? Is it that he wants to still stick with what he knows eventually when we play these friendlies? Are these players going to be his players he will call on when eventually maybe there's an injury in the main team, or maybe when there's a situation we have to play Rwanda or South Africa? Are any of these players going to make the lineup? Because it looks like at the end of the day, the Ghana friendly is going to be an experiment. Experiment, whether if it fails, we'll go back to status quo. If it succeeds, we'll take advantage of it. But it shouldn't be like that. We should just wait and see what happens. That's what.
Yeah, this sounds like a very, very tough one. Like they're rather saying right here in the show or in the studio as well, you could say it's a deep one. For Eric Chell, we don't even know what he's trying to do at this point in time, but we're just looking. We have to wait to know. I believe he has people that talks to him. He has his backroom staff. He has. He's just the man on top of the log now. He can decide how he wants it. But what happens if all of this thing plays off? At the end of the, I think that comes back to what Kish is saying. Who would you finally use at the end of the day when the time is right? When is the time right? September, Rwanda, that's the next game.
So much, man. So much. Because, excuse me, from where I see Eric Chell trying to do what he has to do, the only thing that I would only advise from my own end is try as much as you can. Prosecute this game with whoever you think can be a quick fix and a quick plug in.
But you wouldn't know until you
play this game. Yes, so that for me is why I think, well, the first list that has the Chrysanthus guy, and of course we know Onyedika is going to be there. But the part where you have Wilfred Ndidi, Kelechi Iheanacho, what is your plan? That leaves so much questions.
So let's talk about this. Jerry already criticized some players. I mean, Jerry, are you happy about Musa in the team? Musa, are you cool, Musa?
Ahmed Musa,
are you cool with
I think it's just to add more caps, and it's my slot. That is why he's on that list. Because I think studying this list, it shows that Eric Chell is already underrating the quality of the Ghana Black Star side. Because that is where the most of the home-based players are.
Packed,
Yes. And it shows that he's underrating the competition he's going to get at the Unity Cup.
Yeah.
And he's putting more hope on the Russian friendly as a game to test most of his players. And Chrysanthus, which is on the 2 lists, but Kelechi Iheanacho on the 2 lists, that's another question. Kelechi Iheanacho had a woeful season for Sevilla.
Yeah, even a Middlesbrough
was nowhere to be found. But he makes his way to a friendly that will prepare the Super Eagles for crucial World Cup qualifiers. It looks like we have not learnt our lesson. Or maybe Eric Chell has seen something. Just like he saw in inviting Onachu. I think Iheanacho eventually, I don't know what happened to him. Even the likes of Joe Aribo, we all thought he had plans inviting Ogu.
And at the end of the
day, he did not use them. Even Tolu Arakodare, fine. Thank God he even used him. At least he made an impact in the game against Zimbabwe.
Right.
So hopefully he will give him more time in these friendlies And most especially, all eyes should be on the Russian friendly. He has already shown that he's underrating the Unity Cup games.
Yeah, so what could it be? What could be the point of criteria? What could be the criteria for selection for Eric Chell at this point for this Unity match? I'm concerned.
So,
and what is he looking out for? We know coaches will go, this is what you did. Iheanacho stories to be talked about a lot. That they've come out to saying Sevilla, they said it's a regretful signing. They don't like they don't know how it happened. Now, in Middlesbrough, Carrick, he had some time, was still failed to deliver, just one goal in lot of games. Now, what could be, is it Iheanacho a national team, like what they say, it's national team, a national team player with this? What could be the criteria for selection?
So first, there's no criteria.
For Eric Chell?
Yes, for the national team. Leave Eric Chell.
Really?
Yes.
Nigeria?
There's been no criteria for selection since Onigbede took the job. There's been no I'm being very honest. I mean, we can go back to how Onigbede got the job,
right.
What happened to the Super Eagles team, and then how they flushed, those guys out and then brought somebody.
Yeah.
From that time on, it's been, people at the end controlling the list and deciding who plays and who is going to be part of it. Till date. That's how Nigeria has been. So if we have to look at, what the future holds for us, clearly it is if you say Nigeria is not going anywhere in the next 5-10 years, people will look at you like you're a magician. But no, it's written in the stars. How do you say a player who barely plays, competitive football in a top club in Europe, players like Iheanacho deserves to be on that list? Okay, I was asking a question a few days ago. If you can invite Ahmed Musa because, of course, he's played for the Super Eagles before, right. He has won the Nations Cup in 2013, why don't you also invite Brown Ideye? Since we want to start inviting old legs. If you remember in 2013 Nations Cup, Brian Ideye was even more instrumental to our success than Ahmed Musa. Right. So if we are going by old legs or experience or whatever it is you want to call it,
he's the captain of the team.
What I'm saying is this, right? Jack Grealish, 2 seasons before the last Euro that they played, right. That he didn't even make the cut. He was on fire for Manchester City.
He was dropped.
But he was dropped. You have to be at the top of your game at all time if you want to be a national team player. That's what it takes to be a top player. Because if you know within you that the only way I can get to play for my national team is when I play regularly for my club, then you always put in the best. Let's look at our Super Eagles before 2002. You look at the likes of Sunday Olise. Look at Karibo Ojigwe. Ojigwe was the defensive midfielder for Bayern Leverkusen at that point, but he struggled to pin down the Super Eagles because there was a Sunday Olise who played competitively and actively at the point, even in Europe. Right. So why can't we go back to the days of, okay, this guy is actually very active and you have to actually play ahead of this guy, irrespective of the name. Now, if the Super Eagles will have options of Frank Onyeka, and Rafael Onyeka, I beg your pardon, and Wilfred Ndidi, the Super Eagles will go ahead, pick Wilfred Ndidi. Why? On what merit? But if the both of them go out in Europe for club side, they will look at Onyeka first. Yeah, true. So what is it that they see different that we here don't even see?
That's a big talk for another day.
Nagari they drink 2 more 9 kosa.
What?
Nagari they drink 2 more 9 kosa.
Nigerians drink Gary.
I'm even surprised Dele Bashiru is not getting involved.
I understand.
Yeah, and he's been.
I know you're adding that in here.
Something about Nigeria.
It's that simple. We don't talk on that slot. So forget it. There is no way you can tell me that Eric Chell himself does not know and have not seen that Lazio and Dele Bashiru have been doing amazingly well this season.
Okay, I must say this on the show quickly. I feel so disappointed with Eric Chell. All of the hype. Personally, I feel so disappointed. I've always lost it. Exactly.
It's what he's getting.
Eric Chell has been cornered.
It has been cornered.
Yes, it's just what it is, really.
See, when it comes to handling a national project or a national office in Nigeria, it takes a lot. You understand? It takes a lot. Nigeria is a very big country. So many things will happen. You understand? So many things will happen. The ones who go burn candle for your head day.
Okay, so let's get to the next one. Let's see. Super Eagles news again, where we have this one. Former Super Eagles coach Samson Siasia has expressed concern over Nigerians' slim chances of qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, stating that the national team would need nothing short of a miracle to reach the tournament. Now, in an exclusive interview with reports, Siasia acknowledged that while mathematically possible, Nigeria's route to the World Cup is now highly improbable, given their current position or situation, you could say, in the qualification campaign. Now, he said, I think they would need a miracle, but at the end of the day, it's all about the fact. It's all about the fact that things right. Siasa also went as far as saying, so they have to go out there and do their best, give it their best shot, because as difficult as it is, nothing is impossible. You need to know Nigeria currently sits fifth place in the Group C of the African qualifiers with just 3 points from 4 matches, well behind leaders Rwanda, South Africa, Benin Republic as well. And this miracle, they say now with the pre-pass, Nigeria pray a lot. Samson Siasa in the news. Let's talk about Samson Siasa in a bit. What miracle needs to be done? I don't know, I would have asked Keshku this one, but Keshku told me Nigeria will make it to the World Cup. So I will not ask him now. Jerry, can Nigeria make it to the World Cup?
Yeah, if Ikechukwu says Nigeria will make it to the World Cup.
You told me something about him.
He also said Manchester United will win the Europa League.
He said it before.
He said Arsenal will win the league.
Everything is plumping.
So, he said Arsenal will win the Champions League too. So, if he says Super Eagles is qualified for the World Cup.
Wait.
What does that tell you? That's already telling you that his prediction is telling you that Nigeria is not going to the World Cup.
Right.
But I'm a realist.
Boy.
I'll tell you the way it is. The Super Eagles is not going to the World Cup, except something supernatural happens.
Is that the
and right now, supernatural is not working anything that concerns Nigeria. It's just like the lucky tide is not running towards our end, because we've not learned from not qualifying for the last World Cup. Had it been we're a serious country, from the time we knew that we did not qualify for the last World Cup, that would have been the time we start preparing. That game against Ghana, where we failed to qualify in Abuja.
Right.
We just needed to just win that game and be at the World Cup in Qatar. But we failed to do that. Since that time, what did we do? Eguavon stepped aside. Pesero came in. We went to the Nations Cup, almost blind. Then we went to the final. We now felt, we have arrived. All sins have passed away. Sack Pesero. What did they do? They took months. They started dilly-dallying. You know, the thing is that even prior to the Nations Cup, we've played 3 qualifiers and we failed to win. We played draws, meaning that even going to that Nations Cup, a lot of Nigerians, I for one, didn't even see them making it past the group stage. I was even surprised they even went as far as the final. So what did we do with that opportunity? The Super Eagles was already marketable. Had it been Gosol was somebody who has knowledge in terms of understanding what marketing is, he would have taken full advantage to get a very good coach for the team. Immediately they were leaving the Nations Cup. Even before the final, you would have even agreed with the coach already, gotten the funds, because at that point in time, a lot of people are interested in the Super Eagles. Sure. You just need to call some billionaires. This team, they are in the final. I need money to get a coach that will succeed Pesero, so that immediately they come out, they'll be able to qualify for World Cup and do wonders. Yeah. The money will be available. But what did he do? He sat back and started doing like somebody, a headsman, or running up and down, without knowing what to do. At the end of the day, it took us months. And what did we arrive at? We had to call in Eguavon. Then what happened? We were now playing draws. Before you knew it, okay, we qualified for the Nations Cup.
We got to the precarious situation now.
We went to Bruno Labbadia. We started speculating coaches.
Okay, Jerry, you know what? Let me
arrived at Eritrea now.
Let me hold you at that point, but I love you. Leave me with just one word. Can Nigeria make it to the World Cup?
No. Simple.
David, are you going to go contrary?
I'm not one who would bring out the masses and start saying mathematically.
Right.
I mean, Odegbami somewhere is a mathematician. But I'm only going to say that as it stands, it's very dicey. It's very, very dicey. The point deduction, nobody's talking about it in full right now. Even FIFA is.
Are you still hoping?
Even FIFA is trying to. But maybe, just maybe, if we can make the second position,
if we can,
then the playoff.
Do you realize intercontinental playoff, there are other teams there's a point you need to get to that.
That's what I'm saying.
That we're not even close.
That's the part I'm hoping.
Namibia also there.
That's the part I'm hoping that if, of course, we knock off the 2 games and we have a good win with that, maybe it's going to give us an edge. But
it's another chance for you to change your prophecy, because you've always failed on the prophecy route, according to Jerry. Jerry can attest to that. You said Arsenal wins the league. I mean, no. What else did he say?
It's like that prophet that was predicting that Barcelona was going to win the Champions League. On TV, the whole world saw you, making the fool of yourself. There was even one from Ilorin, one prophet. There's always giving predictions that will be failing, and you still come. Okay, so you still come the next week. Okay, the next championship, we still give
Iheanacho could have the chance to change that thought now. Can Nigeria make it to the World Cup?
India's making it to the World Cup now.
Straight up. How?
South Africa has accepted their fate, that their points will be deducted.
Is it about them accepting? We've not seen.
So of course that means they are closer. No, that one is.
No, it takes time anyways. Yeah.
Nigeria is going to the World Cup.
How?
We'll come back here.
How?
We'll win our many games now.
The 4 matches.
Yes, the 4 matches.
Even in South Africa.
I think the next edition of Weekend Sports, you remove this table and give this man mind. So he'll do small stand-up comedy for 5 minutes.
Jerry, okay, let's say it now.
You will do 5 minutes comedy and tell us how the Super Eagles will go fight for the World Cup.
Jerry, hold on. If it happens that Nigeria qualifies for the World Cup, what happens?
We have seen this conversation.
No, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you, what will you give me? Say, okay, you said this and it happened.
Are you going to say the same thing too if Nigeria makes it to the World Cup?
In Nigeria doesn't make it, probably now give to me.
No, you should talk first. I ask first now.
Okay, Jerry, that's a question to you anyways.
What do you want?
That's a big question. What do you want?
What do you want? What will make you happy?
Check.
Okay, you know what you want. What are you thinking? You should know what you want for what you want.
What he wants cannot be said on TV.
What you want? What could it be, Jerry?
I don't know, but I will say.
Okay, so guys, let's get to European scene quickly. All games will be played by the Premier League tomorrow. Don't forget, same time, don't miss out on the games to be played. But quickly, let's talk about one man I love so much. And I'm always saying, if they want to let him go, please make it give me that canvas, not the target. In name now, Ruben Amorim. I'm liking the man anyways. I mean, when you listen to him talk, he said a lot. He said, if they want me to go, if they feel I'm not the right guy, I'm going to leave without any conversation about compensation. I mean, he said a lot. But let's talk about Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim. He has made it clear he has no intention of leaving the club unless the board decides otherwise. Following the Red Devil side, talk about Man United losing to Tottenham in the Europa League final, Amorim addressed speculation about his future. Portuguese coach expressed strong self-belief and a deeper understanding of the club's expectation. And he said, I'm more confident now than when I started. I don't know if he's just trying to make up his mind. But he said, I know fans will have a little patience this season, but I won't quit or walk away. And that's the words from the Portuguese. He also went as far as saying, I understand what it means to coach this club and what the team needs. If the board think the change is best, if the club think a change is best, I will leave immediately, but I'm confident in my ability to continue if they want me. That's about Amorim. I wanted to say that's about the man that knows what he wants, but he came to a club side that was going through a process, and up to date, David, you are here saying that process is still on. My fear for Man United is one thing. One of the biggest clubs in England, if not, I mean, let me say for now, second, yes. Liverpool number 1. I should say they're the biggest in England, but that 2020 merge, don't spoil everything. Now, this was when it started. Look at this man and this guy. The guy on red is Fernandes. The coach, Edgar Lulu, now there for start. Now, Ten Hag. He won something for the club, but he left. Now, let's talk about this, David. You're a Man United fan. Which way forward? Which player would come? Apart from Matheus Cunha, I know he's a big player like that.
So here's the thing.
No European competition.
I want to excuse Amorim on the fact that he just came in and he's not gotten his kind of player to prosecute his style.
But he got
his style, his ideology is the only reason he came to that club.
Right.
One of the reasons why I fought Ten Hag, I mean, you have your style, stay with it. Whether or not you're getting that result, stay with it, stay focused. That is what Amorim has consistently said over time. But as it stands, it's a work in progress. Let's see what this season that he's getting into, the new season, would do for him.
What are they playing for?
Transfer.
Just the league? The League Cup and the rest of that?
It's a huge thing to play for.
Don't you think that will...
If you get the league, you silence people like Jerry Apelai, and of course all Liverpool fans.
But what player will want to come to a club that's not going to compete? What top player?
That's the reason why he should, at this point, get his kind of player. It doesn't have to be top players. I mean, if you watch Amorim, he doesn't play with top players.
But that's a big league now.
Even in sporting.
That's a smaller league. Portuguese league is smaller. You want to compare Portuguese to...
When Arteta started, which big name did he start with?
Okay, so you think it's not about the big names.
It's not about the big name, really. If you have players
Arteta had boys in the league already.
And he had it fine.
That is why he's a standby second.
Come on, man. You cannot
because he's giving an example of a club side that has been in standby second.
The work the work at which Ateta has done. The fact that he did not make it
to the league,
can say that. Lifting the league and of course Champions League doesn't mean he has not done.
If they give Manchester United 15 points before the season starts,
and
everybody will still go ahead of him and win the league.
You are jogging as he stands there, and his slot has done a lot. He is only playing from the residue of Jurgen Klopp that have worked years.
But that's a tough one. But I don't want to agree with you, David, on that. I will not agree. I will not agree with you.
There's an adage in Africa.
If an slot came into a team like Manchester United, he would still struggle. But
that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
But if it's about if it came from the heritage of club, I think just for the fan base. But if it's about the team,
Yes,
did you check he built the team, but did you check it?
I mean,
do you know that if Ruben Amorim would have been given that match Liverpool squad, he would have destroyed the reputation that Jurgen Klopp did. Do you know that?
That's not
true.
Because his play pattern does not suit the club side that is attacking.
Guys, we need to go. Our time is up. This Saturday morning talk is always very nice, But Ikechukwu, I'd ask you just 30 seconds. The change, Amorim, Mount, Iheanacho, does that affect anything? Then is that realistic to say that's what you lost?
No, I mean, it's football. I would have expected Iheanacho to start very much as a winger because he's a natural winger compared to Mason Mount. But I understand what he was trying to do because
Mount was good at
Mount will really help win ball backs and, of course, help to steady the midfield, which is a very strong point of Amorim's game. Of course, it's unfortunate that United actually lost the game. Sorry, David, but it's part of football.
Whoa! Sorry, please, I get the fool. Do that again. Say what? Wait, say what did you do now? Sorry, David. Man United fan.
Sorry to you. They are pity
even the guys at the back are screaming.
Guys,
this is a pity party, so you understand.
Even the guys at the back are screaming at his magic.
Guys,
wow.
Thank you. We need to go. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show today. The Weekend Kickoff Show comes your way again. Jerry, thank you so much.
I'm surprised you asked me about United's situation.
Jerry, I know you have a lot to say.
You've got time.
I've got time.
Because when
just leave him.
Actually,
just talk.
It's begging you. Why is he begging you?
I'm not begging him. I'm just saying.
He's unfair. Because the thing is that. Let me just
what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
If they give this Manchester United side 15 points and the season start with this Ruben Amorim, they will still not make top 4. Not even talking about winning league.
David,
a team that played that many games.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We need to go. My name is Kizzy K and I'm signing out. The Weekend Kickoff Show comes your way again next week, Saturday. Please make sure you enjoy yourself. Tomorrow is a big day, Sunday, Premier League game, all games same time. I'm out.